तो हमने पिछले सूत्र में क्या देखा? सूत्रों में संप्रज्ञात देखा, असंप्रज्ञात देखा, संप्रज्ञात के चारों स्टेजेस देखे। हमने ये देखा कि विराम प्रत्यय क्या है, विदेह क्या है, प्रकृति लय क्या है। अगर हम नहीं करते हैं साधना, इफ यू डोंट परफॉर्म द साधना, then what will happen? And what all happens with the sadhakas who are called videhas and prakriti layas? What is the intensity of the sadhana and how the sadhana has to be done? Now we will go to the next sutra, which is 20th sutra. So he says Shraddha Virya Smriti Samadhi Pragya Purvak Itaresham. So it is Shraddha. So this is one path, that you should be born with those qualities. Now another path, if you are not born with those qualities. So he says you should have a firm faith, you should have Shraddha in the science, in the yogic path, in your guru. Then Virya. Virya means vigor and vitality and the energy to perform whatever sadhana is told to you. Smriti is the memory, the good sanskaras, what you have accumulated. And Samadhi Pragya. So intellectual ability to comprehend the yogic processes like Samadhi. So Samadhi Pragya means Pragya means Buddhi, the intellectual capability to enter in the Samadhi. Purvak, accompanied by Itaresham, of others. So he says this journey or inward journey of Antarang Yoga of others will be accomplished well by the help of firm faith. You should have firm faith, vigor, constant reminder of ultimate goal, and the ability to comprehend the yogic practices or processes into Samadhi or like Samadhi. So what he says, suppose you are doing it for the first time. Now suppose first thing is, without any Purupurni and Rananubandh, you will not be able to enter in yogic field. Impossible it is. Somewhere definitely you must have started, somewhere you must have gone or heard, either through Vedic scriptures, through 6 Indian philosophies, or anywhere through satsang or something. Somewhere this beej has entered inside you, maybe today or maybe in previous births, and that is the reason you have started listening, or maybe you are listening for the first time. Because if you are here, if you are born here, definitely you will be 100% blessed with these things. But if you have sudden interest from somewhere you have got and you have come to learn, that means again you are accumulating something good. So this sutra says other yogis who are not videhas. Now I told you videhas and prakriti layas are the siddhas who are born with those qualities. So they are born with those qualities and they are always in those stages. So this sutra says that yogis who are not born, who are not videhas and prakriti layas, can reach asampragyat. He says that if you don't have those qualities, can also reach asampragyat stage or viram pratyaya stage, where you can completely stop all the pratyayas by Shraddha. You should have Shraddha or trust. You should have Shraddha or trust or confidence. Shraddha on what? You should have Shraddha on the science which is taught to you. You should have Shraddha on the technique which is taught to you. You should have Shraddha on the scriptures which you are studying. You should have Shraddha on the person who is guiding you, your teacher, your Sikshak or your Guru. Definitely if you say Guru, it is your blessing, but if you haven't found your Guru, at least your teacher, you should have faith, because with the firm faith, that is the basic requirement, that you will, whatever things are given to you, you will be able to receive it with open heart and you will be able to follow it. Because without Shraddha, without total faith, whatever things you do, whatever things you try to memorize or learn, nothing stays with you. So Shraddha is very important. Then comes the Virya. So Virya is your vigor and the energy. So once you have the Shraddha, okay, you have learnt certain techniques. Suppose you have learned today how to perform one asana like Padmasana. Now you should have a faith that this is the Padmasana and this is the right technique and this is the person who has taught to me. So this is now my work that I should put my energy and vigor to master it. मतलब श्रद्धा तो जमा लिया आपने, श्रद्धा आपके मन में उत्पन्न हो गई और आपने उसको बलवती कर लिया, लेकिन अगर श्रद्धा के साथ वीर्य नहीं है, आपकी शक्ति नहीं है उसके साथ, तो आप उसको मास्टर नहीं कर पाएंगे, कभी भी उसको पूरी तरह से सिद्ध नहीं कर पाएंगे। तो सिद्ध करने के लिए यू हैव टू पुट योर विगर इन दैट। आफ्टर दैट ही सेज स्मृति। नाउ स्मृति मीन्स वन स्मृति इज things which are good, which have supported you in this. जैसे definitely in everybody's life good things are there, bad things are there. क्लिष्ट हैं जो तकलीफ देती हैं और जो अक्लिष्ट हैं जो तकलीफ नहीं देती हैं. So there are certain things which will help you in the field of sadhana. So you should have keen memory of those things. Second thing is whatever you are doing, whatever anushthan you are doing, you should be able to remember it, because that will be again helpful for you. So you should have a very strong and very keen memory. And then with prajna or power of spiritual absorption, if you don't have the prajna or the spiritual intellect, prajna is basically spiritual intellect. So if you don't have spiritual intellect, whatever memory you will have, you will not be able to utilize it properly. So if you have spiritual intellect, utilize it properly with the proper energy and the faith, then automatically you are inside the Samadhi. So this sutra guides us those advanced souls who have attained a certain level in Samadhi. One side is person who is not Videha and Prakriti Laya. Second side is those advanced souls who have attained a certain level of Samadhi to intensify their sadhana. Suppose I am doing it from last 35 years and I know very well that I am in which stage of sampragyat or sampragyat or sabij or nirbij, very well, because lot of effort is given already and lot of effort still every day it goes into it. So he says, if you want to intensify their sadhana with redoubled confidence, power, awareness and devotion. So one side is a person who is not like that. Second side, he says, a person who is already very close to the meditation and he is into the state of Samadhi, if he follows with the spiritual intellect, with the keen memory of whatever he has done till this time, from last 30, 35 years or 40 years, the energy what he has spent and the trust what he has shown, this will help the person to enter in Samadhi. So it is very important that a person who is starting for the first time, he should have Shraddha, Virya, Smriti and Prajna, spiritual intellect. So that is for it, one side. Second side is he talks about a person who is already in the field, who is already practicing it, a sincere practitioner can have a help from all this. So this will be a blessing for him, because it will be a very powerful tool for him to realize the things. Now Maharishi Vyas calls this state as Upaya Pratyay. He says, Maharishi Vyas, he says, this state as Upaya Pratyay. Highly evolved souls have the power to discriminate between isolation and emancipation. So highly discriminative, if you are highly evolved soul, if you are a very highly evolved soul, then you will be able to discriminate what is right, what is wrong. And if you are not able to discriminate what is right, what is wrong, then it is very difficult. So it is something like you have to able to discriminate between isolation, you are isolated, or you have freed yourself from anything. You are isolated, people have made you isolated, or you yourself are free from this isolation or this crowd. So this can only happen when you meditate regularly and accumulate the good sanskaras or karmic imprints. They are neither elated by their conquest of the elements nor delighted at their ability to move freely without their bodies. So these are the people, their intellect, the spiritual intellect is balanced. They are never happy when something good happens. They are never unhappy when something bad happens. They are balanced. So what they say, they are neither elated by the conquest of the elements. So once they get any siddhis, they are not very happy, and no tamasha is made, not delighted at their ability to move freely without their bodies. So they are siddhas. So siddhas, they don't show that they can walk in the water, they can fly in the air, they can live without the body. They don't show all these things, because their prajna is totally balanced. So it is a intellectual balance, spiritual intellect in a balanced state. So they adopt new means to intensify the practice with faith and vigor, and use memory as a guide to leap forward with wisdom, total absorption, awareness and attention. So what they do, they utilize the intensity of their practice with lot of faith in the sadhana. Every day, every second when you perform the sadhana, it intensifies the faith and vigor. They use the memory, whatever memory they have of their previous sadhana, to leap forward with the wisdom and the total absorption, awareness and attention when they are in the state of samadhi. So it is very important that regular practice has to be done. So this is, first we have seen what is prakriti layas and videhas. Now this is with Shraddha, Virya, Smriti and Prajna. So next we will see what is the next type of practice or a technique which is explained.